fuck
No way. No way.
Who do I trust? Me!
No way. No way.
I buried those cockroaches!
No way. No way.
All I have in this world is my thoughts and my words. I don't break them for no one. You understand?
No way. No way.
In action.
What's up, guys? It's your local neighborhood salesman here. I got a proposition for the homeless in the community. Are you tired of not being able to carry your stuff, but also worrying about where your next bed stay is gonna be? Well, I got the perfect thing for you. The Hobomobile 3000. Half shopping cart, half futon. You're pushing on a long day. You're like, yep, picked up some trash, picked up some food, a couple cans, a couple this. Man, getting tired. Bed out, you're asleep. In the morning, up, and you're about your day. It's the next city asking people for money.
Alright, bro. Alright. We're fucking live, dude.
All right, what's going on, man? Welcome back to Cap 5, you know?
We're fucking back at this shit, dude, and there's so much that's been going on.
Yeah. It's topics been going around about the old Jesse Ridgway Juggernuggets, and then we also have
It's a fucking watermelon felon shit going on, man. So we're just gonna.
so we're gonna touch on those two topics.
I want to hear your topic, though, man. I feel like you got a lot of good shit going on.
Oh, the Juggernuggets?
Yeah, man. I'm like, all right. To everyone, hold on. Before we start off, dude, I want everyone to know that you are emotionally invested in this, and I think.
I am. It's coming from somebody that used to watch this content.
And I just found out about him maybe like a week or so ago.
Yeah.
But it is interesting as fuck, so I hope you guys find it just as interesting as I do. But I love his take, so let's go for it, man. Fucking make your taste. I want to hear it.
So everybody's seen that video out there of Jesse Ridgway or McJuggernuggets and his decision to, abort his, I think it was 21-week-old baby due to a test result coming back for trisomy 21 or Down syndrome. And it's been getting a lot of traction from a bunch of different YouTubers. I was surprised to see some of it come across my Facebook feed of people in discussion about it. And so I was like, man, I used to watch this guy, so I dug into it more. There's obviously seen the videos out there where he's like doing the gender reveal. I think we saw that one as well. And it kind of incorporated like a psycho dad destroys switch thing.
Yeah.
And then obviously the video of them continually updating and then ultimately their decision to do it. And I don't know, now that you've seen some of his content and you know how most of his stuff was staged, what do you think as far as that? What vibe are you getting from
the announcement, the reveal, and all that stuff, right? Is what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know. Now that I have a little bit of a better idea with who this guy is, I have a feeling this shit might be a skit. Personally, I know you don't like that, but I hadn't. Again, you're talking to a guy who's never seen his content, but I went all the way back. You made it fucking interesting as shit, and I know the now, and I started going backwards, and it kind of seems like maybe it could be a skit.
Yeah.
I know it's a little fucking.
It's one of those things that's like, if it's in seriousness, it's a problem.
Yeah.
But if it's a skit, I think that would be even more of a problem because it's like you're playing with a sensitive topic, and I don't think that's anything to be making a skit about. Just how people are calling him out on what some of his videos were a skit going back to 2016 on the topic of Down syndrome, where he plays obviously a character, Isaac, and he's snapping out of these different personalities, and he's full on imitating somebody with Down syndrome. Now he claims it's supposed to be somebody that had their brain fried, but when you hear him in the video, he's like, I got Down syndrome. It's like, dude, you kind of lost that argument from the bat because you blatantly are
claiming that
portraying a Down syndrome person, which that's messed up all in entirety.
Yeah.
And it kind of doesn't age well, given now his decision for this. So he's getting a little bent out of shape that people are pulling this and this and this, but it's like your whole life is on the internet.
So my take on it might be that this dude, again, like, just to make the argument, dude, back then, you thought a lot of his shit was probably real, right?
I mean, there was a certain point, like, obviously, there were certain things that he did pretty well to kind of make you question, and that was part of YouTube was like
Yeah.
pushing the border between
And
staged and reality.
This was during the time where he was in his prime too, 2016, I'm assuming.
Even before that was the
Yeah.
end of the Psycho series.
Yeah.
So it was even before that,
Yeah.
And it placed a lot of division in his audience because some were like, this is staged. We had people saying, no, he's really going through some of the stuff that his dad's doing, destroying and stuff and all that. And then, he did it in an interesting way. They got a lot of attention on YouTube and built his channel up to where the millions that he has. But if it's something you're doing that with a topic like this, and if it is staged, that's not right. So that brings me to my next thing, it seems like he's taking some of these comments to heart. It seems like he's coming off as somebody that this doesn't bother him, but I think deep down inside, with all the input that he's been receiving from both sides, because like other people have said, this isn't a topic of, is this just a clump of cells? Is this a baby? It's a baby. You knew everything was good up until you got this test.
Yeah.
And then you guys decided to make the decision.
That's cool. Yeah.
If you want, we can restart it.
Okay, no worries. The in action.
All right. So that brings me to the next thing of him being a locale.
Explain what a locale is, man.
So I'm
a new term for me. It's a new
new to
term
the
for me.
topic, or
Yeah.
the term, and
Yeah.
I heard it from another YouTuber a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And it's pretty much somebody that plays into all the hate comments.
Okay.
So it's like rather than letting them go, you keep on posting these things to try to go ahead and say, no this, no that, and you're letting them in.
You made some pretty good comments though when we were speaking about it earlier, dude. You were talking about how like dude should have just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And one, never fucking have put anything up online about baby, about the abortion shit. It just seems like dude was trying to be a social media influencer.
Yeah.
And go for it. Like I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, it's one of those things where these people, these influencers, they feel like they got to share their whole entire life, and it's like that also kind of breaks into the topic of like what's not private anymore,
Yeah.
as far as like, should I keep this to myself between me and my wife, or am I gonna let millions and billions of people see this,
Yeah.
And so when you post it out there, you're subject to either side, and he's playing into the other side, so he posts these continuation videos of like, it was my decision, it was this, nothing's gonna affect it, this and this. Okay, well, that's fine, but the topic is what people are talking about, and it's the fact that you're downplaying people that can be born with Down syndrome as anything less than being normal like anybody else. And so it's not just the topic of abortion, but it's the reason for it.
Yeah.
It's like, are you playing eugenics here? You're talking how you kind of want the perfect child. Nothing's ever guaranteed perfect.
Can I push back a little bit on that?
Yeah.
So my question, dude, do you think, only because again, since I just started watching his shit, I feel like this dude's an artsy dude, and I saw on some of the final videos that he was posting as far as like the reveal, it still feels super skidded out. All the way down to like him announcing it feels like a skit. The reveal seems like a skit. The abortion thing seems like a skit. Everything just doesn't seem real to me. Could it be that this dude is, because he seems like an artsy dude. I saw the fucking movie. It was alright. It has a terrible score on Rotten Tomatoes, but I watched it all the way through, and I thought it was pretty interesting. But could it be that we're playing into his shit? Like he's kind of getting clicks. He's getting a lot of views. And kind of, I'm assuming the same hate he was probably getting during that time, dude.
Sure. But it's kind of one of those things, it's like, do you really want those people, it's like, yeah, you can post that stuff if it is staged and all that, but is that the certain kind of things where you should have younger people and all these, following somebody that's creating material like that's just, it's not something, it's kind of a topic that it's not really, shouldn't be. It shouldn't be funny. It shouldn't be for views. It shouldn't be monetized that you aborted your child, kind of thing like that.
I'm all for that. Yeah.
So he keeps coming out with these videos, and he keeps posting this stuff. And he posted the one where they came home, and it was a video of his wife Ashley after what he calls the procedure.
Yeah. Damn.
And it's the terminology that he uses sometimes, especially when like he came down with the diagnosis saying that this is a glitch,
Yeah.
or and stuff like that. And I've seen a lot of people with disabilities like calling him out and saying, I'm not a glitch, you know, my life is worth living and all this kind of stuff. And so people that are really dealing with it, for you to do that, it's an insult.
Yeah.
And those people are going to be mad at you because it's like, that's what you really see these people at, you know?
Yeah.
And so he posted that video, and I guess his parents gave them like a gift basket with a bunch of stuff, and they're just like overjoyed at cookies and all this stuff, especially after something like that they just did.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that. It's kind of cringe
Yeah.
when you post it on the internet, and it doesn't make him look any better. It kind of makes him look
Yeah.
the way he's handling the situation.
I'm sure, like, from what I've seen, dude, I feel like his stance, and I've seen him use it a couple times, he used my body, my choice, dude. And
Right.
it seems very progressive, and I feel like it's one of those weird parts, right? One of those weird things on the internet where we're just fucking divided as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
And I think everyone's like, you know, feels like, you know, we feel entitled that, you know, certain things should be held private, and other individuals are like, you know what, you know, how are progressives, man? They fucking post every single time benefits get reduced, or every single time fucking
I know, and
some
you
shit
posted
happens,
it yourself.
they're posting
you
it up,
know?
you know what I mean? Some crazy shit that's kind of going, someone
Right.
couldn't pay for some, whatever. It just seems like maybe this dude's like a mega progressive. Like maybe his, I don't know, like I just, it's just like, I'm not surprised just because of how social media is.
Yeah.
And he's probably, he's wearing a fucking mask, dude.
Yeah.
That's already, right off the bat, I'm not even surprised looking at this shit.
Yeah.
I'm already like, dude, this
And
guy's a
you
fucking
can
little
do
bit.
that if you want.
Yeah.
When we look at it, it's like, all right, dude,
It's like a-
COVID was over a long
It's
time
like, what's his
ago,
name?
dude.
Fucking, that late night show host, Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel, dude.
It's like some shit like that. Dude says nothing but dumbass shit. But somehow he still got his little fucking parade of people that follow him around
Yeah.
and give him that, you know, platform and shit. So I'm thinking maybe, like, I don't think he was expecting this many people to be on, like, this side of the aisle. And maybe I don't know. I'd be more curious to see like what percentage is the division as far as his.
I think it's kind of it's brought some people, even if it's you know, on the topic
that's
of
a good
abortion.
point.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of people are seeing that it's bringing more people
Onto
kind
the-
of onto the other side
Yeah.
a little bit when it comes to this case, because it's like you knew it was a baby, you had
Yeah.
a gender reveal, and because it wasn't perfect based on the test, you're
Yeah.
like, sorry, and then we're gonna try again for another one. Now what happens if the next one you get the test? Are you gonna keep on doing that over and over? At that case, you might as well just go adopt.
Damn. I wonder, like, if, you know, children with disabilities or individuals with disabilities are like that bridge between progressives and a little bit more people that lean a little bit more conservative. Like, in this, because you're right. Like, I think you made, that's a pretty fucking good argument. Like, it's like where everyone's just kind of like, nah, man, we draw the line there. Like, because then now at that point, you know what I mean, I would assume a lot of people with disabilities like are like, hey man, like you said, those videos where they're coming out saying, yo, am I a fucking glitch, or yeah, do I not deserve to fucking live and stuff like that? And everybody's like, yo man, fucking this guy's a fucking dude.
Yeah.
It's just kind of weird. It could be one of those things that not necessarily a glitch as far as the person, but a glitch in politics, man, because it's like almost bridging that divide, man.
Yeah.
We're like all fucking coming together. It's
The
kinda
one
crazy.
topic to bring
Yeah,
people.
you're like, you know what? No, we stop here.
Yeah.
It ends here with that shit, you know?
Yeah, and then in the fact that it's coming from a social media influencer,
Yeah.
you know, and it's
It
like
sucks for him too.
these
dude.
people gain the attention of a lot of
Yeah,
other
fuck yeah.
people, and his is under the guise of letting people know that they're aware, and you know, 100, you know, whatever, 1 million abortions happen a year, or however many, and it's like, okay, we understand that though, but look at how many people like had the same tests and told them they were going to have it and they never did, or their
Yeah.
son was going to have it and he's 40, and the comments like, oh well, if he has this Down syndrome baby, then he's going to have to take care of them until they're in their 80s. You know, already downplaying that people with Down syndrome can't have an independent life and live on their own and do things like a normal person could, you know.
Yeah.
And so when you see some of these people, there's this one guy, he's had Down syndrome, has a business, stood in front of Congress, has stood in front of the United Nations, all this trying to get the wage gaps for disabled people and all this stuff. It's like, look at that, you know.
Yeah.
And but your instance is to just be like, no, it affects my life, my this, my that, you know.
Yeah.
You're hearing too much of my, but when you decide to have a kid,
Can I play a little bit of devil's advocate
Yeah.
here? I might be a little bit pushback. You might not be
Yeah.
100% for it. Do you think we're policing what he's able to post online now? Do you feel like, does that make us like in the sense where we want to police what other individuals want to post up online because this dude decided to go out there, and it's something that we don't agree with. Remember, they say the same thing about us and some of our viewpoints, and they want to deplatform us because are we playing the same game? I'm curious.
No, I mean, I'm not saying he can't post it on there, but don't expect a backlash.
Yeah.
You know, don't be surprised when you get it. You know.
Yeah.
Everybody's not gonna agree with you.
Yeah.
And this is more of a thing. It's like whether you believe in religion or not. It's a moral thing.
Yeah.
It's like, is it right or wrong? You know. And in this case, I think it's wrong. It's like nobody's there to speak for that child.
That's a tough part with like opinions. Sometimes like what's morally just, like sometimes the other individual might see it or deem it differently, right? Because I mean that's where we kind of land as far as politics, right? Where like one side feels an opinion of a certain way, and then the other side feels a different way, and then it's kind of like there's no real way to kind of like gauge what's right or wrong, because someone can go out there and fucking make that argument like, am I not fucking allowed to post shit or?
But when you come to an argument where he made another post where he's saying, well, if any of us out there that eat meat, comparing it to slaughtering cattle.
Yeah.
And once I saw that right there, aborting a baby and slaughtering cattle are not the same thing. One is for subsistence,
Of course.
obviously. Do you go out and stop the mountain lion that's over and attacking and mauling the prey and saying, hey,
he posted that?
the mountain? No, that's what I think for these people with the vegan. It's like, well, what is the mountain lion doing? It's obviously hunting for prey.
Yeah.
And that's it. So are you gonna go and stop it for the inhumane way that it's ripping apart this animal for its, its nutrients and stuff? It's like, come on. So the fact that you bring that and you relate that to aborting a baby, that's right there. It's like, that's not even the same. And the first thing I was like, what the hell is even that?
Daddy chill.
And I was like, first of all, this guy just says something worse and worse every day.
Yeah.
And so then that's why I was like, you know what? This guy, I think, should have shut up a little bit.
Fuck yeah.
Because you're giving him more ammo. Now people have looked into your past, and we've discovered that video where he's imitating one of his characters with Down syndrome.
Yeah.
And he said in that video, he said that it was somebody that had their brain fried. But in it, you hear him say, I have Down syndrome.
Dude.
I want to go Chuck E. Cheese. I want to play Chuck E. Cheese. And that didn't age too well.
No, yeah. And I'm not trying to give you pushback. I promise you, bro. It's just I'm trying to look at the full spectrum of things, okay? Only because you're my buddy, dude.
Yeah.
So, how different is this from us, where progressives go back 10 years, 15 years to look at a video where they said something at a certain time and bringing it up 15 years later? Is there a difference between this situation and that? Like, I'm just saying, I feel like this fucking topic is literally that point of debate where it's like, dude, it's bridged everything together, and at this point, we're all just one. What do you think? It's okay. You can push it back.
I kind of think, going back to the video and people pointing this out, it's kind of throws your thing. It's like, man, is this what this guy sees people as? Nothing more than somebody to make fun of?
I'm with you, dude. I'm with you on this. Yeah.
And now that my kid's gonna have it, oh no, I can't do it.
No, yeah, dude, I'm all for. I feel like you have a really strong perspective, and I think it makes a lot of sense. I guess I try to look at every angle, and I try to understand a little bit of what's going on. Is the dude a fucking idiot? Of course. Yeah. Should he have posted any of that up? Fuck yeah. Did he expect fucking people to respect his views, especially on a topic so sensitive like that? He should have known better. One, I'm thinking he's just like you mentioned before, he's a dumb social media guy who's looking for clicks. He's literally we're just giving him more views, more videos of him, reactions, and we're going back. I went back probably 6-10 videos, dude, and he's probably getting paid. They're all advertised off of this. So could it be one of those things? You know what I mean? Where he's just like, you know what, dude? Like, good or bad, news is circulating, and I still get paid whether it's good or bad. You know what I mean, there's really no, Yeah.
I mean, he even mentioned too, with the after that, the cattle thing and the stuff. It's just these YouTubers. I get this vibe with these YouTubers, especially you go back in the past decade.
Yeah.
He associated with Kid Behind the Camera and Boogie 2988. And all of those guys ended up being literal pieces of shit.
Yeah.
How many years later? Yeah. And so I've seen the video where they have the three of them together and they label, you know, a kid behind a camera as a woman abuser and all that because he did that with his wife. And then you got Boogie29A that was a grifter and faked cancer and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And then under Jesse they have murderer.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're not wrong when you decide to choose, to abort a child. That's your right to do, but don't be mad at me because I want to label you as a murderer. At the end of the day, you killed another living being.
Of course.
And, and then some people will say the whole thing with the, well, it's not a baby yet and all that. Well, why do you get 2 counts of murder if you kill a pregnant woman and stuff like that? So, these YouTubers, it's like, I think, I would wish that people would kind of get away from these toxic people that just create this crap for views. It's just that. And it's like you go onto some of these other YouTuber channels with people with disabilities. Yeah. It's just a whole other vibe with the video. It's like, you just get a different feel. It's like they're not doing it they're not staging stuff. They're not, it's more, I guess, wholesome and it's more real and it's more,
I'm still on the fence with this whole thing for some reason. Just based on his past videos. I'm still on the fence whether any of this is real. But if it is real, regardless of whether it be real or not, it is a sensitive topic that you should have just tiptoed around it, man.
Yeah.
And but did you have anything else on?
All you had to do at the end of the day was post, obviously you let your fans know that you were gonna have a child and all that stuff. At the end of the day, if you guys decided to do this, you could have said something like, we had complications or this and that. We would respect our privacy during this time. Done. But when you decide to post your whole entire life out there and go into the 100% details of this and that, you're just feeling more stuff for people that don't agree with you to use, and they make valid arguments. Just like you don't like it that people are telling you this, we don't like it that you're telling us that it's okay to do that.
Yeah.
Because morally, I don't believe it's right.
Yeah.
And they'll probably get people saying, "Oh, well, you're a man and you don't have a place in that," and stuff like that. Well, one of these days, when I decide to be a father, with me and my wife, if it came to that decision, I'm gonna do whatever I can. You put that child first.
Oh yeah, bro. Saying, bro.
So,
that's a good take, dude.
Yeah.
And I think speaking of divide, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Speaking of divide, political divide.
yeah,
We're gonna get on down to the watermelon felon segment here, man.
that's a good one, man.
All right, man.
I know you're a little bit more into that one than I am,
you
but
know what?
I've seen some stuff, and
you know what? It's more. I feel like we're literally on the precipice of some kind of race war, or we're already in it. And but put a little something together and stuff like that. I just want to make sure I touch on the notes, but I wanted to make sure, like, okay, dude, have you ever fucking noticed that every high-profile trial in America immediately becomes almost like a team sport, dude?
pretty much.
Okay? There's no legal case yet, no questions of facts, no one's saying anything of any sort, dude. But yet, we're already quick to choose who's on who, right?
Yeah.
What white versus black in this case, right?
Yeah.
But right now, at that time, I remember when it first came out, there's no court proceeding of any sort, but it became like instantly a team sport. But I'm thinking, but the internet doesn't bother to ask, I guess, at that moment, what really fucking happened. In this case, Karmelo Anthony fucking stabbed that dude in the fucking chest.
Yep.
And if anything, like what the internet is mostly asking is like, whose fucking side am I on? And we see, one end, you know what I mean, like that's looking for facts or trying to get a little bit more of an understanding of everything. And then you have another side who, like voters, like, when they're going for that chick, just because she's black, just because she's Indian. So you got dudes on one side who's just going to be on that guy's side because of the color of his skin. But, one individual will say it's on the side of justice, another guy is going to be on the side of race, another guy is going to be on the side about politics, and then the fourth guy is going to be trying to sell t-shirts with some guy's face on it, bro.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay?
It happens all the time.
All the fucking time,
All
dude.
the time. It's
Fucking BLM, fucking, what is it, say her name?
Yeah.
Fucking, dude, somehow they end up on an Etsy site, somehow they end up on a Shopify site,
Yeah.
and individuals start fucking selling out. And I don't know if you guys have ever looked at those sell counts, but we're looking in the thousands, bro.
Yeah.
People feel that committed to things where all of a sudden it becomes a market. Look at the GoFundMe, dude. How much did they raise for Karmelo?
Over
dude?
$500,000.
700.
600.
Yeah, it's like
how
700.
much now? Yeah.
And then that fucking idiot, Charleston White, dude, is wanting to, he's gonna donate $75,000 of his own money, right? And he lost $50,000. He made a bet saying that Carmelo Anthony was going to get off free.
Yeah.
Made a bet, lost the 50,000. Now he's putting up 75,000 towards his appeal like a fucking idiot.
Why is this a betting thing?
It's a sport,
This
dude.
is a criminal
It's a team
charge.
sport,
This is
dude.
the law.
Dude,
These are the laws that are broken in a court proceeding, and everybody's like, "I'm gonna bet on who's gonna win."
Bro, I'm telling you right now, I feel like every tragedy just fucking ends up and it gets converted into content, unfortunately.
Pretty much.
Every conflict gets converted more so, I want to say, like into like a tribe. And at this moment, it's like we're all trying to just pick our sides.
Yeah.
And I feel like we get to this point where it's like, oh, your side does this. All of a sudden, it's no longer about Metcalf. It's no longer about Carmelo. It's about your people did this to our people. You know, all of a sudden, we're fucking going back 30, 40 years now.
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
Yeah, and then me going back my 34 years of life, I've never done anything to that, but I'm at fault.
Dude.
I'm at fault because
Yeah.
you see white, but I'm not white, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's fucking crazy. I think at this moment, I feel like we're just, stoking that fire. I don't think that things are gonna settle, man. Honestly, I'm a little bit surprised that there's no riots. There's no cars being tipped over. There's no, like, raids into stores to take shit, which is kind of weird. Could it be
It's probably too hot right now.
that or the
Or too cold over
administration?
there.
You got
Yeah.
a different administration.
That's true.
now.
With
know what I
Biden
mean?
and that, they
Yeah.
figured they can get away with whatever, and they had all the police departments on their side. Like, let them do what they're gonna do.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. The worst part about it is that, just want to make sure on the time. I just want to make sure that, everyone knows as well is that I feel like no one's really taking into account what either the mom and dad of Carmelo Anthony has had to say or really analyze the shit that they have coming out of their fucking mouths. And on top of Metcalf, right? We're just automatically trying to kind of demonize individuals, and that goes for both parties off the bat because, again, the tribes that have been chosen at this moment, right?
Right.
Like, off the bat, you think Metcalf is based on he has to be a fucking abuser. No, dude has to have, and I think that's where, like, more division is just going to continue, dude.
Right.
So it's become mega emotional, and of course people say things that they wouldn't say in a calm philosophical state, right? People online act shocked every single time a parent behaves like a parent because I think Metcalf the dad act like a total dad.
Yeah.
I'd be fucking pissed.
Yeah.
And
His son's gone.
dude, his fucking son got stabbed in the
Got
chest. stabbed in
stabbed
the chest.
once, and
Yeah.
they said with that small knife, the
Dude.
amount of force that you had to do to stab him through his
They
chest,
expect him to be quiet.
that's fucking hatred.
And take it, dude.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are over it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are seeing it, but social media is full of a lot of dudes that are just fucking. What are they calling it? White boy season. A lot of dudes are just, you know what, dude? Fuck your whatever the fuck you have to say.
Yeah.
And I was showing you earlier, like a lot of it's just like this weird vibe right now, man, where you got a side who feels like they've created everything on the planet. They were kangs and queens of things. dude.
Everything.
But they never did nothing though. Like
Right.
they didn't do nothing. You know what I mean? But I want to say my algorithm doesn't reward understanding, unfortunately, bro. It rewards escalation because
Oh, no.
all I see is more escalation as we kind of fucking go, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Because all I'm getting
You
is
look
the
into
fucking,
it once and
I'm
you
looking
get-
at the fire. I'm looking at and then the worst part about it is I go straight to the comments, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I didn't even watch
and
the
I'm
video,
liking
look at the
shit.
comments,
I'm-
yeah.
straight to the comments, and I'm
Yeah.
just liking shit that I fucking agree
Like,
with.
wow, we're not the only ones that are like thinking the same thing right now. But if we feel this way, we have to keep our opinions down because it's like, oh, wait a
Oh,
minute, you're the one that's trying to outdo the black one.
Dude.
It's nothing about race, man. This is the law. This guy murdered somebody. It's the law.
I think that, and again, this is all opinion. I could be wrong. And if I'm fucking wrong, let me know. But I'm thinking though, like the justice system played its role and it did exactly what it needed to do.
Right.
Because this sends a signal out to those individuals who think that if you push someone, you can stab someone in the fucking
Right.
chest. You shouldn't.
Nope.
And I don't know if you guys have any sons, daughters, and people can get handsy.
Yep.
Especially if they're in the teenage, age, or if they're even younger than that. You don't know what's going on. You remember, we got families, parents that are teaching their kids to act out in this way, and unfortunately, we have to be careful.
Yeah.
We have to fucking be careful. We have to fucking make sure we're in line. Again, I'm not taking either side. Again, I think both parties. Well, I am taking a side. I'm taking the side of justice, bro. I'm thinking this should not have merited a murder. If it was a pushback, maybe a punch.
Yeah, why are we not even just
yeah.
even
Maybe
you know,
a
fighting
fucking
it out?
punch,
It's
dude.
like everything resorts to either let me stab this guy,
You know what I mean?
stab this guy, or let me shoot this guy.
It doesn't make any sense. And that's where I kind of like that's my hard line right there.
At
Like,
a track meet.
and I think it kind of aligns a little bit with what your topic is, right? Like
Yeah.
this is where like the abortion piece kind of comes together a little bit.
Yeah.
It stands where it's like this is where we're all kind of, are we all on the same page or not? Are we cool for death? Are we cool for fucking just full on abortion, or are we cool with murder?
Sure.
And in this case, like I think there needs to be that kind of a divide. It's kind of a weird intermingle between topics, but along the lines, there is so much division, yet we're all kind of on the same page. Yet we're all scared to take a side.
Yeah.
And I always try to take the side of like every angle and see like how it works out. But it's intense, right? I think, dude, we're gonna get some crazy shit going on by the end of this year. I have a feeling, dude. There's more stabbings. Apparently, right before we got online, dude.
It's like it's like every other week. It's
Every
always
other
something.
week.
It's always
Unfortunate.
something. And then race comes into it, and then this comes into it. It's
Bro.
like, no, look at the crime itself. This was not.
Kangs.
I don't know. We was pyramids. They were like everything.
Bro,
I don't
everything.
understand it, dude.
I don't get it, man. This fucking mentality needs to like chill, and it's either that or we need to be more confident in the shit that we've done as a society too, man. We you know, there was this dude who was posting online saying like, oh, like you know, some shit went on where like this white dude and I think Michael Jackson or someone like pretty much stole a lot of his moves. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Point is, white people don't give a fuck. But you know who cares?
Yeah.
Braids, dance moves, clothes,
You can't
colors.
wear that, you can't this.
It's like, dude,
Look at the first thing they went to after that case. Do we need to stop supporting only black? We need only black-owned businesses and all
Dude.
that. Why are you guys just continuing to think about race? First
Bro.
thing I was thinking is don't use Amazon.
yeah.
Cause Jeff Bezos is white. I'm
Yeah.
like, and I'm sure everybody gets 90% of their stuff from Amazon.
Walmart, fucking
All that.
mega corporations, dude.
And
You
it's like-
Teslas, you name it, dude.
Why don't you guys try to
he's African.
better? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you try to better your community
Yeah.
and teach your children
Yeah.
that that's not how you escalate things right
Yeah,
away,
fuck yeah.
because your consequences, I mean your actions are going to have consequences. And you know, now
Well,
he's 35
dude.
years but has to serve
I saw
of it.
a news clipping, dude, recently. Long Beach, first segregated school graduation, bro. Black people wanted to graduate with only black people. And you know what? At this point, and the comments were fucking funny as shit, by the way. There were, I bet that the other graduation was very calm, less twerking, less fucking yelling and all this stuff. And that's the thing. It's like,
or fights. These guys get down, man.
yeah, dude. Well, the thing is, like, a lot of people are not they're not 100% opposed to it, and I think that's a scary path we're walking down. If both sides are forced resegregation, it has nothing to do with government. The president didn't do it. The governor didn't do it.
What
no
the
elected
hell was
officials.
MLK for?
Dude, it was nothing. Apparently it was
You
the
know?
people. It was the peeps itself that they wanted to separate
If he was
themselves.
around today, man, the guy would be
Yeah.
disappointed in this. This is not what he fought for. You
I think
know?
instinctually we do it. I don't know if you recall in high school, cafeteria tables, we all kind of just sat with
Yeah.
our own peeps.
Yep.
And it has nothing to do with hate. It was more where I feel comfortable.
These
and
my
if that's
friends.
what you guys want, but don't fucking get mad when we do the same shit.
Yeah.
Don't invade our spaces, and if I can't invade your spaces.
That
bro.
one where there was that white community that
Yeah.
was building their own thing,
That's
and
what
then
I'm saying,
people
bro.
got mad at that,
Yeah.
like, well, they can do whatever they want. It's
hell
their
is even that?
land. What the
Yeah.
hell is even that,
Yeah,
man?
yeah.
Or the one where there was this lady that says she was like going to eat her lunch,
Yeah.
and she parked in this white neighborhood, and she was like, man, why all you guys' houses are like all clean and all that? And you guys, it just feels weird there. It's the way they take care of their stuff, you know? It's like you guys are aware of the differences,
Yeah.
but you're not taking accountability of
They
why your side is like
They go
that,
straight
you
to
know?
blaming, dude. They go
Yeah,
straight
blame
to
us.
blaming systemic racism.
Yeah.
It's years and years of
Reparations.
slavery, reparations, you name it. They name every excuse in the book aside from taking accountability, like you said, bro. That's a good ass point, man. But
People need to get over the fact with
Yeah.
the reparations thing.
do it, bro.
I wasn't around then.
Let them have it.
I'm not paying shit, all right?
Twerk
I
on
didn't
it.
own no slaves.
Twerk on them, dude.
No.
You
My
know what?
parents weren't slave owners, their parents weren't slave owners, so why the hell do I gotta pay you money out of my hard-earned money so that you can sit on your ass and be lazy all
Because
day?
they think you got the millions, dog. all.
None
They
of
think
that,
you got everything. That's literally how they see you. That's the unfortunate
That's
thing
so
about it.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
The audacity in your guys' self,
Dude.
you know, thinking that you are it, and
Because
we owe you
you got white privilege. You can apparently go into every
we
store
owe
and
you a
just-
home, we owe you this, we owe you all that.
Well, they
Why?
think, that's what they think, bro.
Why?
They think you can go into a store and just pick up anything and leave without paying.
Yeah,
They
this is
think
my
that
reparation.
you
Put on
get-
my tab.
Yeah, you get privilege somehow. Then you
That's
get first
so
in line for
stupid.
everything. You get special perks for credit cards apparently or some shit.
And I saw,
Yeah.
you know, somebody that mentioned, like with Japan,
Say
it
it.
was like the bombing of Pearl Harbor.
Oh yeah.
You know, children that were born after World War II ended. It's like, do I have a hatred for the children that were born after that, saying, hey,
No,
you guys
dude.
bombed Pearl Harbor and, you know, kill all of those people and stuff like that, so you owe us, you know, whatever, or we're always going to hate you. No, you move on from it.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought Martin
I think
Luther
they did
King,
get- they
and
did
then
get
the civil
reparations.
rights movement.
But
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But not how many, you know, slavery, how many,
yeah.
you know, how much
course.
later? Like,
Yeah.
come on. So
It was
it's
a
like,
small portion.
get over the entitlement. You have the same rights as anybody in this country. They have yet to come up with a right that they do not have.
Yeah.
Some of them have even more special things when it gets into programs and schools and stuff. And it's like, you can go out there and make the same life that anybody else can. It's just you got to get off your lazy ass and do it and stop
Damn, dog.
expecting a fucking handout
Twerk on him.
every day.
Twerk on him, dude.
I ain't doing that.
He will be.
We're not doing that twerk shit, dude.
I'm just kidding, man. But that sounds good. Let
So,
us know what you guys think.
Let's know what you
though.
think on
Yeah,
these
yeah.
two topics.
Oh, yeah, man.
Kind of heated topics. One, YouTube.
Fucking good
One
ass
dealing
topics,
with
though,
a
man.
criminal case.
Hell yeah.
The guy deserves it. Don't
Hell
kill
yeah.
people and you don't go to jail.
And you know, Muck Dickhead over there. What do you think, bro?
McDickhead, shut the fuck up, dude.
All right, dude.
Like, you said it in a fucking Psycho Dad series when you were telling your dad, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Well, learn your own words, dude.
Damn. That's caps lock.
Until next time.
Woo.